Hello everybody and welcome back. I'm Tommy Breakfluid and today we are talking about a theory I found on TikTok. You've probably heard of it, but it is the never broke a bone theory, which is a terrible name for a theory, but it is a theory on why some people have never broken a bone before. Now, I have never broken a bone, so apparently I am specialer than most. Now, there are 5 main theories on why some people have not broken bones before. And those theories are protection, suffering, reincarnation or karma, connection, or the hybrid program. Now, the hybrid program is my personal favorite theory. It is where aliens come in and abduct people and turn them into alien-human hybrids. And they have stronger bones and a bunch of other stuff that's pretty cool. But I think the hybrid program deserves its own video, so that is coming next. Now, the next theory is the connection theory, which stems from some indigenous cultures who believe bones are sacred. And the reason people's bones don't break is because they have their ancestors' strength with them. Now, the next theory is the reincarnation or karma theory. Some people believe that the reason people don't break bones is because they went through an experience that taught them strength. So there is no reason to have their bones broken. And along with that, some people believe that in their past life, they were a good person, so in a reward, karma is letting them not break bones. And the next theory is the suffering theory, which some people believe that the reason they have never broken a bone is because they've gone through a lot of emotional pain, so there's no reason to give them physical pain. And then the last theory is the protection theory. And in this theory, it claims that people who have never broken a bone are under some sort of divine or guardian angel or relative's protection, so they're protecting us from not breaking a bone. Now, unlike all of the other theories, this one actually has some evidence to support it. Now, this evidence comes from the Bible, and it is Psalm 34:19 through 20. And it reads, "The righteous person faces many troubles, but the Lord comes to rescue each time. For the Lord protects the bones of the righteous, not one of them is broken." But this theory is bull honky. The reason I don't like this theory is because I believe it is a misuse of scripture. If this verse is supposed to be taken at face value, then it says that all righteous people will never have broken a bone because God is protecting them. However, there are plenty of righteous people who have broken bones. I mean, the biggest example of that is the apostles. Now, most of the apostles died brutal deaths. I mean, St. Peter was crucified upside down, St. James the Greater was beheaded, and St. James the Less stoned and beaten to death. St. Jude Thaddeus beaten to death with clubs, St. Philip crucified, St. Thomas blows of spears, St. Simon stabbed with swords, St. Bartholomew crucified, St. Andrew X-shaped cross, St. Matthew crucified, St. Matthias crucified. And then St. John is the only one to actually die of old age. But it is claimed that he was boiled alive in a vat of oil, but during that he got up and started preaching to everybody there. And because they could not kill him, he was exiled to an island. Now, it is more than likely that many of these men did break bones in their life. They were beaten, they were stoned on several occasions. It is almost a guarantee that they at least had their ribs broken during their beatings. But these are some of the most righteous men who have lived. But how can this be? Well, I believe Psalms 34:20 is doing 2 things. First, it is not meant to apply literally to our lives, but metaphorically. It is saying that God is here protecting the righteous through persecution and even death. But it is also a prophecy that Jesus will not suffer any broken bones during his sacrifice on the cross to remain pure. Now, the reason he cannot have any of his bones broken is found in Exodus. Now, during the Passover feast, God gave them a bunch of laws to follow as far as cooking the meal. And one of the laws is that the Passover lamb could not have any of its bones broken before or during the feast. And this is a prophecy to show that Christ, during his crucifixion, cannot suffer any broken bones because he must remain perfect, just as the lamb was to remain pure. Now, my theory for why some people will not break bones in their lifetime is not as exciting as some of those, but I think it's just because People who have not broken bones, like me, they're typically more careful. They're less likely to take risks, and probably some genetic factors play a role in that too. And that's why, with the 5 main theories, I don't think there's any validity for them. But I will do more research into the hybrid program, and that will be my next video. If you like it, please like and subscribe for more. Thank you. Bye.